Hey everyone, welcome back. You ever notice how we use certain phrases all the time without really thinking about, well, where they came from?
It's true. It's like they just kind of sneak into our vocabulary,
Yeah, exactly. And today, we're doing a deep dive on one of those phrases, and one that's particularly common at work. Get the ball rolling. I bet there's more to it than we realize at first glance.
Oh, absolutely. On the surface, it seems simple enough, right? Just a way to say, start something.
Right, like let's get started.
Exactly. But I think there's some interesting nuances to it.
Well, our source today defines get the ball rolling as to start something, initiate an activity. Pretty straightforward.
Right. But it's the imagery that I find, well, kind of fascinating. I mean, think about a ball rolling. It's not static, right?
I guess not.
It's got momentum, it's moving forward, and once it gets going, it's hard to stop.
I see what you mean. So it's not just about starting anything.
Exactly. It's about starting something with a sense of purpose.
Like it's going somewhere.
Yeah. There's a direction, a force behind it.
Now that's interesting. It's like setting a force in motion that's going to be hard to stop. I'm kind of curious now about where this phrase came from.
Yeah, the origin is a bit debated, but there are some pretty interesting theories out there. Some linguists trace it back to the 1840s.
Wow, that's a while ago.
Right. And there's a thought that it could be connected to lawn bowling, which was gaining popularity around then.
Lawn bowling, really?
Yeah, or even the use of balls in early machinery. Think about those big, heavy iron balls they used to crush ore.
Oh, yeah. Talk about unstoppable force, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the imagery has always been powerful then.
I think so. It's not just about starting anything, it's about starting something significant, something with weight and impact.
Okay, so our source gives this example. Let's get the ball rolling on this project by having a meeting, which, on its own seems pretty standard, but knowing what we know now, it feels almost, I don't know, strategic.
Absolutely. It's not just a meeting, it's the catalyst, the initial push that gets everything moving.
It sets the whole project in motion. And, another thing I noticed about that example is, well, it suggests a group effort, right?
It does. It's not, I'm going to get the ball rolling. It's
let's get the ball rolling.
Sure.
It implies working together.
Exactly. That collaborative aspect is key. It's about overcoming inertia together.
And it makes me think about those times when a project gets stalled, like everyone's waiting for someone else to make the first move.
Oh, all the time. And those delays can be so costly, especially in a business setting.
Which our source points out is where this phrase is really common, right?
Exactly. So get the ball rolling can be a way to break through that hesitation, to encourage action,
To get things moving. Makes sense. But I do wonder, couldn't it also come across as, I don't know, maybe a little pushy sometimes?
It definitely depends on the context, right? And the relationship you have with your team, get the ball rolling can be seen as assertive, which can be a good thing if you're a leader trying to motivate people.
So.
But if it's a situation where a more collaborative approach is needed, then maybe a softer phrase would be better.
like what do you all think about next steps?
Exactly. It's all about reading the room, knowing your audience.
Okay, so I think we've covered a lot. Just to recap quickly, get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
It's more than just starting something, right?
Right. It's about initiating action, and there's a sense of momentum, a forward movement to it.
And often a collaborative aspect to it.
Right. And it's especially common in fast-paced environments like the business world.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
It does, doesn't it? It really does. So I guess the question for you all listening is, how might understanding these subtle implications of get the ball rolling, how might it change how you use the phrase?
That's something to think about, isn't it? Words have power, and sometimes those subtle meanings, well, they can make all the difference.
They really can.
And on that note, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.